This is Dudes Who Bet Sports.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dudes Who Bet Sports. Welcome back to another Saturday. Papa Dude, welcome back to the studio. You are
welcome
back.
back to the studio. Yes. It's a new life right now. Things are looking up.
Things are looking up.
Don't have my room quite done yet, but it's getting there. So
it's looking good enough. It's looking good enough.
That's right.
You got the background ready to rock and roll there. Happy for that. Good weekend for it as well with OU and Michigan coming up this weekend as well. Rob was mentioning he's a little let down from last week's schedule this week. There's no doubt that's true. Oh. There are some Easter eggs sprinkled in there. OU Michigan being one. There's a couple others we'll cover here as well.
Yeah, there's very few though. It's a bad week.
It is a bad week, and that's why I love that our big game here early is on the bad week. We can just kind of focus on it and look up and see. Oh yeah, Penn State won by 40 and Ohio State by 30, all that kind of thing.
We can talk about some other very funny things in my world that happened last weekend, and we'll get over that. We'll start going over that when we go over to the games for this week.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to talk about one of them.
Yeah, no, me too. All right, well, let's get to it. Let's go to the games. Like I said, as we go through here, there's not a lot of really attractive games. No. There's some, and we'll talk about them, but we'll also kind of talk about what happened last week a little bit as we go, because there are some good stories. And even if we missed a couple of stories, we'll get to them at some point. So, all right. Well, we're just going to do what we always do, though. We're going to go Penn State, Florida International, get this thing kicked off.
Right.
Another patsy here for Penn State up to number 2, minus 42.5.
Yeah.
For the Nittany Lions. They didn't cover last week, and
No, they did not.
What about this week?
By the way, they play Villanova next week.
Ooh, another tough game.
And it's not basketball; it's football. So they've got a challenging early schedule. Florida International's terrible. Usually, they did beat Bethune-Cookman. That's a
big deal.
Good win. I think Bethune plays somebody this week. They play Miami.
Yeah.
That's good scheduling for Bethune-Cookman. And let's start off with Penn State and Miami. That's really good for your program. That's good for your team and the morale.
Yeah, Miami looked good. We'll talk about them in a second. Yeah.
42.5. Let's see. I think last week it was 43.5. They've come down one. Got a game under their belt. Again, we talked about this last week. I don't think you should bet that.
Yeah, another one. It's another one. They usually don't win by that margin.
No, they don't.
I think it'll be right around the margin. I'm with you. I don't think you bet it one way or another. Bethune-Cookman, by the way, you and I have been to that camp. I imagine you've been to the campus. Yeah.
Daytona Beach.
Yep.
You bet.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Nice little place, honestly.
It really is. Kind of cool.
All right. San Jose State and Texas next. Texas, a 36.5-point favorite coming off of a loss. I thought it was a pretty ugly loss. I know Ohio State's good, but didn't look great in this game. What are your thoughts on the Longhorns here against San Jose State?
Where do I begin?
This is the one you've been waiting on.
I tell you what, I never laughed so hard in my life. Last Saturday, all of my predictions came true. I love it.
Yeah. You did. You hit this one right on the head.
Right on the head.
Yep.
Again, I consider today and say, when has Texas won a big game? Never.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of this shit. I'm sick of it until they win a big game.
Yeah.
I'm sick of Sark being this wonderful coach. Let's win a damn game.
Yep.
And if you watch the game, they should have won easily, but they couldn't make a play when they had to. And how many times have we seen that?
It's now, honestly, it has now become a thing, I think, with this. And listen, I'm not going to throw shade at Sark because I saw Texas the last 2 coaches before him.
I agree.
He's definitely got them a lot better. But it has become a thing when the games get close. They can't. And it goes all the way back to the OU game a couple years ago.
Yeah.
They couldn't close the door on them, and then they couldn't make a play to beat Georgia in the SEC championship game. They couldn't make that big play to beat Ohio State last year in a game that was very winnable.
Yeah,
this game was there for them. I was not impressed with Ohio State, really.
Ohio State had 200 yards of total offense.
Exactly. I think they will get better, but that game was there for Texas to win. It felt like Texas was the better team.
They were the better team.
Yeah.
How many times did they get stopped inside the 20?
Yeah.
Inside the 10?
Yeah.
And you know, it's obvious to me, having coached, that neither team had any confidence in their quarterback.
Yeah. Yes.
From the play calling, it was pathetic,
It was
especially Ohio State.
Now, Ohio State, here's what I'll say. I feel like they had more reason to be really conservative.
Yes.
Arch Manning has experience. I mean,
Arch Manning is supposed to be a Heisman Trophy winner, people.
Correct.
This is the most stupid thing I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
He's not I'm not at this point, and I don't want to just drag him down. It's not his fault. His name's Manning.
Right.
It's not his fault.
Yep.
But the game was there to be won for Texas, and you let a Heisman Trophy candidate win the game for you.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't let the kid do anything.
Right. And that's the deal. That's what I'm saying. You look at Julian saying first ever game.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
You got to ease him into it. This kid, Arch, especially in the second half, I could see coming out first half, be conservative. Second half, open it up.
Yeah.
They never really did.
Isn't this his third year?
Yes. This is his third year.
This is his third year, people. This is not his first year.
Right.
Not his second year. It's his third. And you get into a game where Ohio State can't do anything offensively.
Yeah, you have to go win.
You open it up.
Yeah, you have to go win the game. Yeah.
If you think your quarterback is good,
you
don't run the ball up the gut against that great Ohio. Now, Ohio State's secondary is very good, and their defense is super. And I think Ryan Day thought, hey, we're not going to make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to play field position. We're going to do whatever we can until they show us that they can go beat us, which they should have done. They got down several times to put the game away and couldn't, or to take the lead or tie it.
Another problem that's happening with Texas, they can't score on the goal line. Think of the three kind of losses that stand out. The OU game, they got stopped at the goal line from the one, and then both these Ohio State games, they get stopped at the goal line.
Well, the one time they tried to run a quarterback sneak, that was the most pitiful thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I sit there and wonder, did he not execute that right? Like, what happened? Because that was the worst quarterback sneak I've ever seen in my life. It was
it's been a long time since I saw one that bad.
So bad.
Yeah. And so, that team I saw offensively is not going to go to Georgia and win.
I wouldn't think.
No, they're not going to go to Florida and win.
It's skeptical. I think the key is going to be, how much do they improve? Again, it's the first game, you're on the road. I mean,
what's probably going to happen this week? They're going to score 50.
Yes, they're going to cover.
Going to get back. Oh, Arch is fine. He's fine. Yeah. And they'll roll along and they'll win the next 3 or 4 and they'll probably beat OU. Yep. And then Georgia comes around and they'll do the same shit.
I mean, that's kind of been their MO, even, without Arch and all that going. I will say this, when they just ran, straight go routes, he threw some pretty passes, but it was every other route that it's like, wow, that's not great.
Well, he made some terrible passes too.
He did. The touchdown pass was beautiful. And then there was a pass on the last drive where they just ran a go route. It was a beautiful pass. And then it's like every other pass out there with those other routes, he just couldn't make the plays.
No, he couldn't. And they didn't run him enough.
No, I didn't.
He obviously can run the ball.
Yeah, I was shocked they didn't run him more.
No.
Yeah.
I thought the play calling was strange.
I did too.
To me, it was just like, I don't think either coach had the confidence in the quarterback to do. Obviously, Ohio State didn't.
Yeah.
Now, I'll say this for Ohio State. Their defense is really good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And their secondary, even on that touchdown pass.
Oh, yeah.
That guy had him covered pretty good. That was a great throw and a great catch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You saw that flash where it's like, damn, he had to put that right there, and he did.
Yeah, he did.
So
it's not all on him.
No.
And a lot of it's the play calling. But let's get the hype off for a while and let him get acclimated. It was a tough place to go play.
For sure.
but you hold Ohio State to 200 yards of offense, and their quarterback did nothing. He threw 20 passes, I think, but he had 107 yards, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
And you don't win the game, and you're the number one team in the country?
Yep.
You're not the number one team. If I was a Texas fan, I'd be livid.
I'm with you. I would be as well. And I thought they were going to get shut out. You know, it felt like they were going to get shut out.
Listen, I would still be dancing in the street if that would have happened. 7's good enough, though. Did you think the score would be 14-7?
No, absolutely not. I will say this: the narrative is already written. They're going to roll. He's going to look really good the next couple weeks, and they're going to say, "Oh, it was just the first game against Ohio State. Forget about it." But you're right. There's more tests out there. We'll see if they can pass the next one.
But let's enjoy it while we can.
Yep, for sure. Yeah. I text you. I said, "Don't worry. By the time they play Oklahoma, he'll be all right."
He'll be acclimated by then.
I honestly think Texas is going to be fine. I don't think it's disaster.
Oh, I do too. They're not going to win the national title, though.
No, I agree on that 100%. All right. We both think Texas is going to cover this game, though, because I think they'll bounce back.
They will.
I think they'll be okay. Yeah. This is an interesting game.
They're used to losing big games.
Exactly. Yeah. They usually honestly, they usually bounce back just fine.
Oh, they play great the next week.
Yeah, they always have. All right. Yeah. I think this is a very good game. Illinois goes on the road to take on Duke. Illinois is a 3.5-point favorite on the road. They're number 11 in the country, Illinois. I don't know if they're that good, but they're decent for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What is Duke? Can Mensa make some plays here? Can they pull off the upset?
They could. Duke's sneaky good. I don't think the number 11 team should be only a 3.5-point favorite against Duke. No. But I think Illinois is going to win this one, and I would take them to cover it. I think it'll be a tough game, though. I think you're looking 27-20, something like that. I think it'll be a tough game.
The buy-in of Duke is the key. If you think they're there, if you think like I said, Mintz is a good quarterback, you think the rest of the team's there. I think they can pull off an upset here.
They could.
We
just don't. They played Elon,
Yeah.
And Elon can't play football. Oh, we're not talking about Elon Musk, are we?
I know. I always think about that now because of that idiot. I am skeptical of Duke still.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't pick them.
I feel like the mismatch is going to be on the line of scrimmage. I think Illinois got an advantage there. So I'm going to go Illinois minus a 3.5. I would not be shocked, though, either way on this one.
No, I wouldn't either.
I'm going to go with the line of scrimmage and go with Illinois in this spot. All right. We can talk about, we'll talk about the Florida State side of it. Let's leave the Alabama side of it. But Florida State picks up one of the most needed victories ever in that program after a horrific start or for a horrific season, going 2-10.
Yeah,
they beat Alabama. They rushed the field. Now they get East Texas A&M. There's no line. Again, from the Florida State perspective, how do you feel about what happened last weekend?
They were outstanding, didn't you?
I thought they looked like a team that was much better and was absolutely ready to go.
They were jacked.
Yes. Now, I don't know that they can match that intensity every week. I
don't either. But that looked like the Florida State of old, And you've been there, what kind of a place that is to go into.
Yeah.
And when the other team doesn't show up, or if there's something wrong, we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
That looked like the old days.
The atmosphere was electric. It was raining, and those people were dancing in the rain, literally.
And the quarterback was great.
The quarterback made a bunch of plays.
And here's the thing: they didn't have one last year.
No.
They would have won it. I'm telling you, they would have won 8 or 9 games. That was their issue. They could not score.
Yeah.
Their defense was fine.
Mm-hmm.
They held up, but then they couldn't do anything offensively, and they'd get beat. And that's what happens with, if OU had a quarterback, they'd have won 8 or 9 last year, but they didn't.
Yep.
And, boy, it just shows you what a difference a quarterback makes.
Mm-hmm.
When you got somebody that can go make a play.
That's the thing. I don't even think Castellanos, and I said last week, I don't think he's that great, but he can make a play for you at least, and he avoided his Achilles. He did not make any major mistakes.
No, that's
in
true.
The game.
Well, he's fearless.
There's no doubt he's that. Yes. Yeah.
And you know what? He's got much better personnel around him.
Yes.
And he's one of those guys that's like we said, he's not afraid of anything.
He rallied that bunch for sure.
He does, and
they were behind him. He was the leader. You could tell that.
Yeah, and no knock on Boston College, but this team's got better personnel.
Yeah,
and you put a guy that's feisty like him and can make a play and has no fear. He makes a huge difference.
I think part of it is there's nothing left to fear. We'll talk about that in a second, but he just made the plays that were there. And look, I've seen enough of him to know I don't think he's great, but I mean, he was good enough to go win that game.
Well, time's going to tell, but now do we have a legitimate good team in the ACC?
We might have a couple. We'll talk about that.
Maybe this league is really better than we thought. If Florida State is back,
I don't think they're all the way back.
No, but I think they can win 8 or 9.
They're definitely they have a pulse.
Yeah,
for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. All right.
This one means nothing this week. You just don't get anybody hurt.
Yeah, go out there, get an easy win, rest your starters. That's all you do this week. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, this is your favorite game of the year.
Is the best game.
Iowa and Iowa State. Surprised we aren't going to this one. We should. Iowa State.
I would go.
I know you would. Iowa State's a 3.5-point favorite here against Iowa. Iowa's debut quarterback looked horrible. He didn't do anything. Everybody thought they would throw the ball a lot better than they did. Yeah. Iowa State's been very solid. We were kind of skeptical. We thought that game might be kind of close last week. They dominate from start to finish. What do you think about this one?
How many times have you seen them? I've never seen them do that in a game like that.
I think they actually are really good. I really believe that. Yeah. I mean, again, now let me pause. I don't think they're going to win the national championship. I think they can win the conference, though.
They may be a legit number 16 team.
They might be that where they're ranked might be, about.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. When's the last time you've really felt like in this Iowa State game that Iowa State's going to win?
Never.
I haven't either.
Now you might go into and thinking, they could, but I go into this one going, they should win.
They should.
Yes. Yeah.
And I always pick Iowa in this game.
Yep.
But I can't do it this time.
Mm-mm.
Iowa State's proven a little bit to me. The K-State game was a tremendous win.
Yeah.
And this is stupid, but what they did last week even impresses me more because they don't do that.
The fact that they came out, they were ready to play, there was no hangover, and they just beat the shit out of that team.
Yeah,
that's really impressive, honestly.
Yeah, because Kansas State didn't.
No, they almost lost. They should have lost that game.
They should have lost.
Yeah.
So I can't take Iowa. I think Iowa State is better than them. Usually Iowa's a little bit better, but I just think Iowa State's kind of got a dynamic quarterback. They can do a lot more than usual on offense. Iowa always depends on turnovers to beat them. They're going to have 2 or 3 big plays in the special teams, and block a punt, run a punt back, recover, turnovers to win. I'm going Iowa State to cover in this one.
I'm with you. I think they're going to as well. My big thing and why I bet Iowa State week 1, I love Rocco Becht. I just think, and again, I don't think he's like some kind of superstar as far as talent. And I'm not saying he's a first-round draft pick, anything like that.
Let me ask you this.
He's a baller, that guy.
Yeah, since you brought that up, we had another quarterback up there by the name of Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
How do you compare Rocco to him? I think he might be better talent-wise than Brock Purdy.
I mean, if we're talking about just a college quarterback, I would take Rocco Becht because Brock Purdy wasn't great in big moments.
No, and look what Purdy's been able to do. Yeah. But time will tell. We've only played 2 games, and it's a long season, and there's some good teams in the Big 12 that Iowa State's going to have to go through. So
here's the deal. We've only played 2 games, but we know who Rocco Becht is, man.
Yeah.
Like that guy. And again, when you watch him, you're not going to sit there and go, wow, what a talented individual. But you watch him go, man, that guy, He's got
Yeah.
that dog in him. Exactly. That's when that phrase is overused.
Absolutely.
But Rocco, it's true, man.
Hey, if your name's Rocco, you got to have some dog in you, don't you?
He's just exactly. Yeah, exactly. He's a warrior. I like him. So, okay. Iowa State definitely going to lose after we just bragged on it.
That's exactly right. Take Iowa, guys.
I know. After all this, that's what we do a lot of times in the show. When we really love
jinx
somebody,
them.
they are terrible the next.
I know.
So, but no, I take Iowa State. I think they win that game.
Yeah.
I think this game's really interesting as well.
It is.
Baylor goes on the road to take on SMU. Baylor, there's no doubt, was disappointing.
Ooh.
The problem with Baylor is they got blown off the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
I don't think SMU's got the ability to do that to them. That's the thing. But
Well,
can Baylor bounce back and go on the road and win this game? SMU's only a 2.5-point favorite.
I was extremely disappointed in Baylor. And
Here's
I know
why
you.
Here's why I was disappointed in them. I thought their defensive front would be able to be okay. I didn't think they would dominate by any means, but I thought they'd hold their own. They couldn't. And it could be give a lot of credit to Auburn because
Auburn
ran the ball all over.
Oh, they just crammed it down their throat.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop them.
Auburn still, Jackson Arnold still, I think he barely got to 100 yards passing, but he ran for like 150, I want to say. I mean, he was running all over them, and so was both of their backs. So and this will be a good test to see. Okay, that's a pretty good line. Obviously, they're at Auburn. They're good, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is can SMU do the same? I'm not sure.
I'm not either, but I think they're going to cover it. I don't think Baylor can beat them.
It's one of those games for me. It's hard to support Baylor, but I still think Baylor's not bad up front defensively. I wouldn't be shocked if Baylor wins this game.
You talk about a tough early schedule. You got Auburn, and then you got SMU.
I know
Baylor's not played a cupcake yet. They've had a couple of toughies.
Yep.
Huge game for them. If they can get this one, everybody will forget what happened last week. So, I would say this is probably a pretty good rivalry from back in the old days of the Southwest Conference between Baylor and SMU. So, I think this is a quietly good game as well.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I think
I'm thinking SMU.
I don't blame you. I'm trying to not overreact to that game last week. I know Baylor is better than what they looked. I just feel like they're gonna. I guess what I'm trying to say is I think Auburn might be pretty good.
Well, they might. They looked it. They didn't have to do anything.
And again, Auburn threw for 108 yards. And really, when Jackson Arnold threw the ball, he looked a lot like he did last year.
Yeah.
But when he ran it, and that goes back to Oklahoma, why they never tried to run him more, I have no idea. He looked elite running the ball. He was awesome.
He's fast.
Yeah,
he is fast.
He was really, when they ran the ball with him, and you could tell his confidence was building as he kept running as well.
That's right. They ran a kickoff back too. That was huge.
It was huge as well. I'm gonna stick with Baylor one more week.
All right. Well, you picked them, so you got to.
Yep. All right. Kennesaw State and Indiana. Indiana was not impressive week one. We kind of think they're going to take a step back. However, they are playing another team that's not great. Although Kennesaw State almost with an upset last week.
Yeah.
It was a low scoring game. But anyway, Indiana minus 35.5. What do you think?
I don't think they can beat them by 35. And I would not take Indiana. And I would not do it. I would take Kennesaw on the points, but I'm staying away from it, obviously. But I don't think Indiana can beat them by 36. I don't.
That's just a total stay away game for me.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of confidence in Indiana, and I don't really care about Kennesaw either, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
All right. We go to Texas Tech and Kent State. Kent State had a very unimpressive victory. Week one.
Who did they beat? I can't remember.
It was a FCS school, and it was
bad.
I was kind of following that game. I don't know why, but I was following that game for some reason. Like, wow, they're going to get beat.
They got to win.
They did get a win. That may be their last one. They go to Tech. Yeah, Merrimack. That's right. They go to Tech. Tech is a team that does kind of run up the score against teams.
They do.
Like this. I think they'll dominate. I don't know if they'll
win. I was just thinking this might be one where you do take 48.5.
Yeah. I mean, You're definitely not taking Kent State. You're either
No.
playing Tech or you're passing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No
I
doubt.
would take Tech. That's me.
Tech's had a couple of toughies to open the season. Too.
Tech is, they're really scheduling tough.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Texas A&M next. They host Utah State. 31.5-point favorites here. Could be a look ahead game. They go to the Irish, go to Notre Dame next week. What do you think about this one?
They didn't cover last week. And I was mad that I didn't go ahead and take that.
Yeah, you knew. And that game was tight for a long time.
No, they're not good offensively. They never are. And that's their problem. They don't ever have a quarterback that can get you over the top. Hardly ever.
Yeah.
Utah
Hey,
State,
you know what? And when they did, they were really good.
They were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they got everything else. I mean, they
Yeah.
got great athletes all over the field.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. 31 is a ton of points.
Too many, probably.
I think so. But Utah State's not. They did
No.
win last week. They're not very good.
No.
I'm staying away from it. I just think I could see Utah State having trouble scoring, and A&M get a couple of defensive scores and get that to like 45-10 or something like that. I could see that. I'm staying away from it this week. I should have taken it last week.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I'm with you. I don't want to rely on Utah State in this spot at all. All right, a couple games with no lines here. Grambling takes on Ohio State. Do you want to have anything else to cover with Ohio State?
No. This is a game where they can get their quarterback maybe a good half and get some good throws under his belt. And I don't blame them for playing this game after having Texas on the schedule. You can't blame Ohio State for having this game. So they'll roll, obviously, and get him some reps, and I'd come out throwing it all over the field if I was them.
I would throw the ball 30 times in the first half. Because I would just want to get him some confidence built up. Yeah, for sure. Because the thing about him, you really can't make an assessment. They literally played just not to lose that game. So
they did.
We'll see what he does coming up.
Yep.
All right. Austin P in Georgia, another one. Georgia, I didn't watch any of them because they played nobody last week. I won't watch them this week, but so I don't really have anything to say. I didn't see a lot of it last week.
I thought they were pretty impressive to beat Marshall as bad as they did.
I know, but
there's nothing. Yeah,
and
nothing to go on after this one either. So
no.
Again, they just don't want to get anybody hurt.
Yep. That is the key. All right. Now we get in to a game that in the past I think would be interesting. I don't know how interesting it'll be here. Oregon is a 29.5-point favorite at home against Oklahoma State. Now, both teams won. Oregon looked like a typical Oregon. They dominated. Oklahoma State, they did not look. They won. They did not look very good week one at home. I think this could get ugly. What about you?
Yeah, I think Oklahoma State's got huge offense problems. Only 27 points against Tennessee Martin. That's pretty scary.
Back only 2-3 years ago, they'd score 50 easy on them. Like they have issues.
They got issues on offense. So I can't. That line, like you said, you would 2 years ago, even 2 years ago, that line would not have been 29.5. There's no way. Even
2 years ago, whatever the line is, the game would be halfway interesting.
They'd make a game of it.
Yeah,
they would. I don't think they do this year. I'm taking Oregon.
Yeah, I'm with the Oregon as well. I don't know. I just think Oklahoma State. I don't know. This may be it for him. I don't know. That was a very, very unimpressive win.
It was
week one.
Well, all right. It was like 17-7 for the longest time, I think.
I'm not saying I thought they were going to lose, but I kept checking the score like, holy shit, they're bad.
Yeah.
So, but look, even if they were really good, that's a tough game. Go up to Oregon, but
oh gosh, yes, you bet.
All right, disappointment doesn't begin to describe it for Clemson. They lose 17-10 in their opener at home against LSU. I thought this was a horrible loss. They take on Troy this week. And look, I know LSU's good. They looked really good, but 10 points on your home field. That's a disaster.
Yeah, you got to worry about that. And because that was a game where your offense had to win the game for you.
It had multiple
your defense
chances.
Played good. Your defense played well.
And here's the deal. The offense had several chances.
They did.
Not only to go win the game, but maybe not put it away, but get up 2 scores and they
how about that pass they didn't call a touchdown?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Didn't you think that was a touchdown?
I thought it was.
They showed it 100 times, and
I know.
100 times I thought it was a touchdown, didn't you?
I guess it's just that's one of those things that I don't know what a catch is, sometimes.
And then the announcers thought it was.
Yeah, I know.
I was really impressed with LSU. We'll talk about them in a minute. But
yeah, for sure.
It's not a bad loss, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it just sends an omen because I do think they'll bounce back and they'll get to playing better. They always do. But you want your offense in a big game like that to be able to score more than 10 points.
Yeah. And
that just doesn't bode well for when you get in the playoffs unless you start making some strides. Or LSU is damn good. So they'll cover this one though.
Well, I'll talk about LSU in a second, but I'm in the minority with this comment. And again, I'll talk about LSU in a second. I was more disappointed with Clemson than I was impressed with LSU.
Yeah.
Not to say that I don't think that is a great win. I mean, a great win. Yeah. But I thought Clemson really.
Well, I mean, they held them to what, 17?
Mm-hmm.
You got to win.
You have to.
On your home field.
33.5 here. Do you think they bounce back?
I think they cover. Yeah.
I do too. Yeah. All right. We one of our resident commenters here, Curtis Manlow, said he's going to be at this game. It's Ole Miss at Kentucky. Curtis, obviously a Ole Miss fan, Ole Miss season ticket holder. I think you still are. I don't know. You were last year and the year before. But anyway, Curtis going to be at this one. Ole Miss, a 10.5-point favorite, a revenge game. If you don't remember, Kentucky went to Ole Miss and stunned the Rebels last year. Mm-hmm. And when it's all said and done, kind of knocked them out of the playoff pretty much. I know they had other games they lost that they shouldn't have, like the Florida game, but this was the one that really hurt them.
They killed them.
Kentucky was unimpressive, but a lot of people thought they were going to lose that game, and they did beat Toledo.
They did beat
Ole Miss rolled. What do you think about this one?
Well, Ole Miss didn't play anybody.
Yeah.
And that was a good test for Kentucky. Toledo is pretty good. They would beat some teams for sure. I kind of thought they were going to lose. I took the under in that game and got it. I think it was 44, I think. And I thought I was going to lose it there at the end because for the longest time it was 10-2. I think it was 10-2 going into the fourth quarter and ended up 24-16.
Yeah, it was ugly.
So anyway, this is a tough place to go play. And we don't have a lot to go by on Ole Miss. I just don't think Kentucky's got enough offense to cover that or to beat that.
I don't either.
So I'm going to take Mississippi in the points, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's close.
They're going to have to ugly up the game, and that's what they did last year. They were able to do it. And then Ole Miss made a lot of mistakes, and then Ole Miss allowed a long pass that Kentucky never completes except for that game. I mean, to me, I think it's like a 14-point win for Ole Miss. I watched a little bit of the Kentucky game and I'm just like, they're just not good.
No,
they're not. So
but they'll compete.
They will compete. I mean, Curtis is, worried about Austin Simmons making his first true road start. I think that is obviously a legitimate concern. I would say this, though. If we're going to make our first road start in the SEC, this is probably one of the places I would pick.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely.
Here, Vanderbilt maybe. To me, I just think they got to be good. Listen, maybe they don't cover. They have to win this game.
They have to. If they're number 20 in the country, you can't lose to Kentucky.
Yes.
I mean, with the schedule they have in the SEC, this is a game you have to win.
You have to win, period.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can say that about a lot of teams. These are games that make or break your season. Last year, it cost Ole Miss a playoff spot, more than likely.
Yep.
And I don't want to make Curtis mad, but they have a tendency to do this. They lose some games they shouldn't.
This is not a program that has any success really on the national level, like on the big time level. So
You talking about Ole Miss?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't. That's not a secret,
And but if they want to get to that spot, they got to win these games.
And yes, exactly right. You can't lose to Kentucky, and then you can't go to Florida and lose. And look, I know Florida they were decent by the end of that season.
Yeah, so. That was I don't consider that a huge loss, but
no, I don't either. It was more
at home. It was to Kentucky. You got to win that game.
Listen, the Kentucky game that's a horrific loss. There's no way around
because that was Tennessee's or Ole Miss's season. This was their deal. I mean, they were highly ranked. They were
Florida loss. A lot of teams are going to go down there and lose Florida. The only problem with the Florida loss was it was situational. Like it was all in front of them. Win this game, you're going to be in the playoff. And they lost it, but it is what it is. It's a big game. They got to win this game. Yeah. They just have to. All right. East Tennessee State and Tennessee. Tennessee coming off of I thought a pretty good win over Syracuse. They covered. They looked good. 45 points. Offense looked good. I don't know what Syracuse is. They didn't look offensively. They were better than I thought they would be.
Yeah, definitely.
But maybe Tennessee's defense isn't very good either.
Well, that's the takeaway I have too. Is their defense down a notch? Because if it is, I think they got some problems down the road in the SEC. So the jury's still out on them, but that was a good, solid win.
That's how I would describe it. I wasn't like, wow, they're going to be amazing, but I also was like, that's good enough. That was very, very good. Yep. Very good. Yeah. Also, I said last week, I don't know if Aguilar's how good he is, but I do know he's got a lot of experience, and I know Heupel's going to put him in a good situation. And I wasn't like, wow, this guy's amazing, but he was solid. Then you watch Nico at UCLA get beat 43-10, and that was a disaster. Well, so week 1 winner goes to Tennessee in that.
And I think again we're kind of seeing that Tennessee doesn't think that much of him. They didn't think that much of Nico anyway, and now he's at UCLA where he doesn't have studs around him.
Point to one reason why, other than hype from people that don't really watch the games, that Nico should be highly sought after. Give me one reason.
Yeah, I don't have one.
We walked out of Norman that night going, that guy sucks, and we just
let him didn't win that game because of him.
And then our family walked out of Arkansas when Tennessee lost because that guy sucks. We never would have beat him if they had a quarterback.
Yeah.
So I mean,
all I needed to see was when they got up on OU, whatever it was, 20-3, 14-3, whatever it was.
Yeah,
they sat on the ball. They just sat on it because they knew OU couldn't score on their defense. So why risk it, giving them a turnover, maybe a pick 6 or something? And he just wasn't that good. The jury, give him time. I mean, it was just one game at UCLA, and he doesn't have anything around him. And so that's a huge problem. But I think Tennessee's okay at quarterback.
I don't think they're going to take a step back offensively. But again, defense looked like it had
that was a little shaky.
Yes, for sure. All right,
South Florida. They might have been subbing.
And we have no idea about Syracuse. Maybe they're going to have a decent offense. We just have no idea.
We don't.
So
it was
we'll
a good
find out. Yeah. All right. South Florida pulled off an upset that people may have forgot about because it happened. It feels like forever ago, but they absolutely kicked the dog shit out of Boise State. They beat the shit out of them. They're underdogs going on the road to take on Florida, 17.5-point favorite for the Gators. What do you think?
Boy, I'm tempted to take South Florida the points.
It feels like
they're going
to. It feels like a trap.
They're going to be ready. This is a huge thing for them.
Yeah.
To go play a Florida school or go play Florida. And because all they hear about is Miami and Florida and Florida State. This is a chance for them to go make a statement. They looked really good. They dominated Boise State. Now, Boise may not be any good.
Yeah.
They got quarterback issues. Florida better be ready, or this one's going to be tight.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was going to bet it, and I just might, I would take South Florida in the points.
Feels like a trap.
It does.
That's a lot of points for a team that looked really good week 1.
That's right.
But I'm with you. I mean, logically, you look at this and go, damn, that team looked good last week.
Yeah.
How's it going to 17.5?
And some people might think, well, they may have a hard time getting back up after that big win over Boise. No, they're not. It's the Gators. They're going to be ready to play.
Give me the Gators. I think it's a trap.
And they've had a couple extra days to prepare, too.
Give me the Gators.
Played on Thursday. You're going to take the Gators? Okay.
Give me the Gators.
It'll be late, though.
I just think 17.5, you look at that and go, well, that's easy. South Florida, they look great. I think the Gators take them.
They'll get it done late.
I think they're going to jump out way ahead.
You do? Okay.
Yes. Okay, here's the deal.
Well, I like the Gators, so
okay, but here's the deal. The coaches at Florida are kind of smiling because, hey, we've got film that we can show these idiots, and they're going to look at that film and go, damn, this team might be good. We better lock in. And I think they'll be ready to play this game.
You're probably right.
Because of that. All right. Cal Poly at Utah. Utah gets into the top 25 after thrashing UCLA, like we talked about. Listen, this was a really, really good first game for them.
Yes.
Their quarterback looked dynamic, looked like he could make some plays,
which
is something that didn't happen last year. Sorry. What do you think?
Another team
Utah?
Didn't have a quarterback last year.
They may, I don't want to get too high on them, but they might be really good.
Well, I mean, they've been damn good. Well, for what? The last 10 years? And then suddenly they got caught without a quarterback.
Yeah.
And they slumped off. And I'm telling you, you got to have one.
Yep.
And they didn't. And now seems like they do. Of course, you're not going to get anything out of this game either. But a very impressive start in what I thought might be a tough test for them. They didn't have any trouble with UCLA. And we know they're well coached, and we know they're solid. They got a lot of those tough Big 12 games at home.
Yep.
This is a sleeper team. We both of us picked them pretty high.
Yep.
In the preseason.
Yep.
And I would have picked them to win the conference if I just wasn't sure on the quarterback. So
let's see how he progresses.
Yep.
He's certainly not like wow, this guy's like a top 10 draft pick or anything like that type of guy, but he could make plays. I really liked him. He could run a little bit. So we'll see though. UCLA's garbage. So we'll see what happens when they get into a little bit better competition.
Yep.
All right, you talked about it. Bethune-Cookman now going to Miami this week to take on the Hurricanes. This to me, I hate to say it, I was very, very impressed with Miami.
Yeah, they were. They looked good.
Because I thought Notre Dame looked decent, and I think they're going to be pretty good. I think their quarterback's not too bad there at Notre Dame.
Yeah,
I thought he played pretty well for his first start, but Miami had some studs on offense. And for at least 1 week, Beck looked pretty darn good.
Yeah, he did. He did. It's just, can they maintain it?
Yeah, I don't know.
They have trouble with prosperity. They do. They get on a roll. They get up to like where they are now, and somebody beats them. Mm-hmm. So the jury's still out until they can go to a Louisville and win a game. Usually, though, they win those kind of, against good teams, they win.
Yeah.
It's going to Pittsburgh and they get beat, or they go to Virginia Tech and they get beat.
Yeah.
They lost to Syracuse last year, and Syracuse wasn't bad last year, but Miami should have beat them.
Yeah.
And didn't. So the jury's still out on them for 1 week anyway. They were really impressive. One of the big winners of the weekend, that's for sure.
Yep, no doubt about it. We'll see what they do.
Yep.
Obviously, a lot of these games, there's no reason to talk about the game that's going to happen this weekend. But that's what they do. 3-4 weeks down the road. South Carolina State and South Carolina. I thought South Carolina looked pretty good week 1.
Yeah.
I think they kind of, that game got tied. It looked like they might be in trouble, and they kind of took it back over. Nice punt return there. Got them going. South Carolina State here. As far as South Carolina being a top 10 team, I'm skeptical of that, but I do think they're a top 25 team for sure.
Oh, I did too. I thought that was a really good win for them.
Yep.
And that's a game they had to win, and they did. I don't think they were super impressive by any stretch offensively, but they got the win. Now they get a chance to work some things out in this one. And I'm with you. I don't think there's any way there's a top 10 team. I could see them losing 3 or 4 down the road. So it's one of those teams that they're going to have to prove it. You got to win some games that you don't think they're going to win. So, but that was a good start for them.
I think the best thing you say about South Carolina, they've kind of elevated that program last year. Now this year they're into that. Okay, when we go up against Tennessee and Oklahoma, Ole Miss, throw in even LSU, maybe still at that point where it's like those are the swing games. So they're going to decide: are we going to the playoff or are we going to this lower tier bowl? Right. Yeah. So they're in that conversation at least, and I thought it was a good win. I did as well. Yeah. All right. Louisiana Tech at LSU. LSU obviously is a massive win. I mean, and it was a very good win as well. I will say, like, I'm not fully bought in on, okay, LSU is going to win the national championship now, like some people are, but what a great win. Get the monkey off the back. The first tough game of the year. They win it this year. What did you think of LSU?
And probably the toughest game they've had in the openers, and they won.
Exactly. And they
won
win
a couple of those others.
Yep.
Could they have a severe letdown?
I think it's possible. I don't know if Louisiana Tech's good enough to make it matter.
I don't either, but 38, and you have a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
Which I think is normal. I mean, that game was hyped.
Yeah.
And now you got to get back and play. I'm with you. I don't know how good Tech is. I don't know if they're good enough to throw a scare into them or not. But that's a lot of points to cover when you're coming off a huge win for everybody. I was very impressed with them. I think they've improved. They got so many new guys on the defense because their defense was the issue last year, and now their defense was tough in that game. Man, they were everywhere. So, of course, Clemson's not an offensive juggernaut, and there's games to go. But right now, LSU looks really good. So I'm a little skeptical they win by 38. They should. But I think I'll go ahead and, if I was going to bet them, I think I'd go ahead and take them because I think their defense will hold Louisiana Tech to 7 or so.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as they don't have a letdown, I think they cover. If you want to stay away from it, I wouldn't blame you.
Oh, yeah. There's better stuff.
They also could kind of ride a little bit momentum there. And
they could.
Come out and play well.
Yeah, it could go either way.
It is a home opener as well. I think that plays a little bit into it. So, yeah. All right, 3 games to go here. Arizona State goes on the road to take on Mississippi State. I think this is at least an interesting game. Arizona State is a 6.5-point favorite. Mississippi State, you know what? They played pretty decent. They had to go on the road to Southern Miss, and they were able to win.
Yep.
They won pretty convincingly for them by their standards, for sure.
I missed that game.
Yeah, I figured you might have because I would have missed it if I would have played it. All right, but now, really good team. They are at home. It's at night. Can they pull off an upset here over Arizona State?
I'd say it'll be a pretty crazy crowd.
It should be wild.
I think it will. You got a ranked team coming in there. They're not, they're not that powerful.
Yeah, you don't view them like you view some.
That's why that line's 6.5.
Right.
I mean, you're coming into a team that won 2 games last year.
Yeah.
And you won the Big 12 and made the playoffs. And you got your quarterback back. And you're only 6.5-point favorite over a 2-win team. That's an odd line. I'm taking Arizona State. I think they cover. I don't think Mississippi State's not. They haven't proved it yet to me.
Yeah, I kind of think Arizona State as well. I kind of think so as well.
Yeah.
I kind of want to take Mississippi State in the
I
points,
know.
but I just don't know if they're good enough. I don't
I
know if
don't
they've got enough.
I
So,
don't think they do. I think Arizona State's pretty good.
all right, the big one where game day will be Oklahoma and Michigan. Oklahoma 2.5-point favorite. I've seen them as high as 5.5 at places.
This is really fluctuating.
Yeah, it's been back and forth. Right now they are at 2.5.
Yeah.
I think both teams looked average in their first games.
Yeah.
I didn't think either one looked bad, and that's good because our first 2 games last year, we looked really bad. We looked okay. I thought Michigan looked okay. I really don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here.
Well, one of my best friends, a huge Michigan fan, so we're going round and round this week, although he's skeptical as well.
Yeah.
Labor Day, it was 2.5. Yesterday, it was 5.5. Why? I have no idea. Why would it jump 3 points?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to look at MGM real quick while you're talking and see what it is.
Yeah,
there.
and now it's back down to 2.5, which is where it should be. And it could be 2.5 the other way, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2.5 because the game's in OU.
Yeah.
And, OU's reputation and all that, even though they've been pretty easy to beat at home the last 3 or 4 years. So that mystique is kind of gone. I think this game all depends on one thing, and that is, has Oklahoma lost that advantage they used to have, that edge, that confidence you got to have going into a big game?
Right. Yeah.
Have they lost it?
Yeah.
Do they think they can win?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because once you lose that mystique, it's tough to get it back. And this is a game that can get it back for you.
Yeah, you only get it back by winning big games. And so if your last home game, you beat Alabama, which we'll talk about that in just a second, and then you beat Michigan your next home game, or big home game, I should say, home game. Well, you start to get back.
Well, it's not the biggest game in a long time because, well, I guess maybe it is.
Well, here's the problem. You
turn the program around. They got to win.
It's a huge game, but guess what? In 2 weeks, you got another one, and then in 2 more weeks, you got another one.
That's true.
And then you got 4 or 5 in a row. Like every week is a big game when you're at that situation.
Well, that's what happened when, you skip, you go to the new conference, and that's the way it is. So this is one, though, you can use as a springboard.
For sure. Yeah.
You're going to be 4-0 going into Auburn.
Yeah.
If you win this game.
Yeah.
More than likely, unless you just lay an egg at Temple.
Right.
And by the way, they were pretty impressive last week. So this is huge. It's a huge game, I think, much more for OU than it is Michigan. Because Michigan's been at the top 2 years ago. And then they rallied down the stretch last year, and they beat Ohio State, and they beat Alabama. So their fan base is probably okay, even though they did lose 4 or 5 last year. They finished strong. OU's in just a totally different dynamic than Michigan is right now. So if Michigan loses this game, I don't think it hurts them as much.
Well, plus it's on the road. You go on the road and you lose to a ranked team. I mean, you're not, as a big fan base, you're never happy with the loss, but you can say, okay, we'll regroup,
But if Oklahoma loses it with the coaching situation the way it is, and let's say they have every chance to win and they don't, or they make mistakes that beats them, then, of course, if they get blown out, that's a whole different story. But I think they got to win this game to get to where they want to be this season. I think it means that much. Everybody's bragging on the OU quarterback. He was fine, but they were playing Illinois State. Now, I don't know how vanilla the game plan was. I mean, they didn't do much. It's all going to depend on, can they stop Michigan's running game? And if they can, I think they win.
I think it's going to depend on what Bryce Underwood does. If he has a good game, is the real deal, insert all the things you would say, the cliches you say. I really don't think OU will beat him. You look at the OU offense, I do think Mateer's, it's a good sign that he didn't look shitty, right? I mean,
he's fine.
That's the only thing you could take from those games as well. He didn't look bad, and so that's
No,
good. But you still don't know what
he's
he's
a
going to look
leader.
like. You don't know what he's going to look like. First of all, you have no idea if he's a leader because I could go out and lead a team to a 35-3
that's true.
win
But he
and
seemed
feel
like
like
he was
when
in
nothing
control.
goes wrong. But
He seemed like he was in control, though.
he did for sure,
Yeah.
and I think he'll be fine. But I didn't
Yeah.
see enough from the offense to think they're going to score in the 30s in this game.
No. No
So
way.
then you're going to look at, okay, how many realistically do you think OU's offense can score? I think in the low 20s.
24 would be the max, I think.
Okay, so let's say they get to 24. Well, I mean, I don't know if they can. I don't know. Can they win 24-17, 24-20?
If their defense is as good as they say it is, they can.
I don't think if Michigan can throw the ball, I don't think they'll hold them.
They may not.
And to show me a game we've had where a team can throw the ball that we've been able to hold them. So I think that's the key. If all Michigan can do is run, I think OU is going to beat them.
Yeah.
But I think if Underwood does
they win 34-17 when what?
Yeah.
That's not impressive.
No. I think it's 24-20, 2017.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Something like that. Yeah.
And I think OU's going to have to make a play defensively at the end of the game to win it.
And so give me Michigan because I have no confidence that that's going to happen. And why would I?
I can't
point to a game, where I don't think OU will make a big play to win.
I don't either.
I think if OU wins the game, they win by like 10.
Probably.
I think if it's tight, Michigan wins.
Let's put it this way. I can't get behind OU until they win this game.
Exactly. I'm 100% behind that.
And that's why I can't pick them.
Exactly. Yes.
I don't have any confidence in them. I think they're full of shit. I think all the players just say the right things. I don't think they believe it. And I just don't think they've got that swagger that's needed to win a game like this.
I don't think they have it until they do it.
Exactly.
And I know people are going to go, well, they beat Alabama. Well, we'll get to Alabama in a second. And also that was an ambush. Okay. That wasn't a situation where both teams are coming into the game thinking you're good. And here we go. Yeah. That was Alabama overlooking them.
But they also lost by 20 to South Carolina in Norman.
Exactly. Yeah.
And fumbled away the game at Missouri. And they
go through a long list of games.
Yeah, they're terrible.
So
Navy beat them.
This is a massive game for the program.
It is for the whole thing.
Look, I won't be shocked if OU wins, but I'm taking Michigan. I think they'll beat us.
I have to take them until I see OU win a game like this.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Now, this is what I've been waiting to talk about. Alabama, the dead program, taking on Louisiana Monroe. All right. I'm not going to. Okay. I'm just going to say this. Look, go back and listen to before the season started. I said, I don't think they're going to be very good.
Yeah, you did.
I'm going to go back to that night in Norman and talk about it one more time, and then
I know.
we're done with it. Okay. The first half of that game looked like what happens a lot of times in college football. A bad team, Oklahoma, taking on a pretty good Alabama team.
Mm-hmm.
There was no film that they could show those players that they thought that was even going to be a close game.
Right.
OU was just a total disaster the entire season. Give credit to Venables. He had them ready to play. They absolutely were playing their ass off. The crowd, Alabama had to be stunned because it was nuts. It was a crazy crowd. Okay, it's the half, though. And you're behind, but you're in it. And you kind of weathered.
What was it? 10-0, 10-3.
10-3.
Yeah.
And it felt like a lot of college football games I watched where, the home team's going nuts and they're playing out of their minds, but they're still not good enough to get any separation. Right. Everybody around me had the same idea. We're going to get our ass kicked in the second half of this game.
Yeah.
And they were lifeless. They came out and acted like they did not want to be there. They didn't want any part of it. And it got worse. And I thought right then, this team has fallen because there's a talent. Yeah, they've slipped a little talent there. You cannot convince me ever in my life that if Nick Saban coached that team, he would have let that happen that night.
No, they would have won that game.
They rolled over and died. And then you watch them. They lose the bowl game to Michigan. I know everybody's like, oh, bowl games don't count. Bullshit. When you're a big program, you lose games. It counts.
Yes.
That's why it's not over the Navy game. That counts. All right. Yeah. And then you go to Florida State and Everybody's shocked, and I'm sitting there going, "Now I've seen this before. I watched it with my own eyes." They are lifeless. This program has lost their pride more than anything else.
Yeah, it's a strange. Here's a guy who's probably a good coach.
It's
just and again, it's early. They may turn it around, but
they're not.
It's a situation where I don't know. I heard some guys talking about it. The thing with Saban is, if you played that, this was an Alabama player. I can't remember who it was talking about it. I said, you lived in constant fear to do something wrong because you didn't want to be the person that did something wrong. And he wasn't talking about playing in a game. He was talking about showing up late for a meeting. You didn't want to be the one that did that because everybody was always there when you were supposed to be. Yep. You lived with that constant thing. You didn't want to be the guy that didn't go to class. You didn't want to do this. So everybody had total fear that you were going to be the one that would be singled out. And it might be just a subtle thing, but it hung on over you. It was the details, the little details, showing up in the summer and giving your all in summer workouts, conditioning, all that stuff, strength program, all that. And he felt that it had slipped. That little part, the edge isn't there.
And that's what it is to me. Because look, like, honestly, I've heard a lot of talk about they don't have the NIL, and I could see how that's possible. They don't have as much money. I can look out on the field and see talent-wise, that's not the old Alabama. But that wasn't the old Alabama the last couple of years under Saban either.
No, they had slipped.
They were still really damn good, but they weren't elite.
No.
But again, the biggest thing that's died is the mystique, because
it's the mystique, and let's not forget quarterback.
Yeah,
that's another problem. Now I say this: I thought that kid played his ass off. I didn't think he had any help. I didn't see a lot of it. I saw the second half. I thought he gave everything he had, didn't you?
Yep. I thought
he took a beating.
I don't think it was an effort situation Saturday. I just think
there's one play that stood out to me. I think it was an interception. It was. And he caught Florida State guy caught on about the 45 or something like that. And Alabama had, maybe it was a long pass. I don't remember what it was. Alabama had three guys with an angle. He's running down the sideline. They're coming after him. It was a pass because it was their secondary. They had three guys coming at him with an angle, and he blew by him. That tells me they don't have speed.
Now, and that's the thing. They last year when they played us, you just kind of ran over them.
It did.
And it's like, we haven't ran over anybody all year, and we didn't after that game either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was it's shocking. It's really shocking.
Oh, it is. And I feel bad for the coach, but then I get to thinking, well, you had a choice. You took it, and you're making $10 million a year probably. So I'm not feeling too sorry for you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a job that was whoever took it was going to lose.
It's funny because in the past, say 4 or 5 years ago, I've always kind of had that thought process of, well, yeah, Nick Saban's a good coach, but he coaches Alabama, so come on.
Well,
but boy, when you see it, it's like, oh shit, yeah, no, he was.
Well,
really good.
I was the same way for a long time, but when you win year after year after year, it's you.
Yep.
It really is. Now you can be a flash in the pan and win a couple and then you drop, but it was every year for a long time in the best conference in the league.
Yes, exactly. Couple of comments here.
Okay.
I'll get Curtis's here in a second, but I want to get Cars in here. He said, if they don't have the NIL for the team, where are they going to get $60 million to buy out the coach? This is an interesting thing that's happening in college football. In all honesty, and this is just my take, I don't know any inside knowledge, anything. I believe that's why Brent Venables is still the coach at Oklahoma, because I think at the end of the year, you have to assess, okay, we'll get rid of the coach. It's going to cost X amount, or we could put like half of that amount into this year's roster Give him every single chance, and
Yeah.
then if he doesn't get it done, that's it. That's where I think that it's going to get
I
tricky.
don't think they fire him.
And it's the same thing's happening at USC. That's where it gets tricky, right? Because in the past, you didn't have to pay the players; you didn't have to come up with any money. So it's like, yeah, just buy him out, But now, I don't know.
I think they give him another year, unless they just. And again, guys, we're overreacting. It's just one game. Let's wait a month and see what happens. You can't just diss them yet.
Yeah,
it's fun too, though.
it is.
But they win 8, 9, maybe come back, and that's a decent year. Then I don't think you come up with $60 million. I think you do turn that back into NIL.
They're in a danger. They're in the same spot we are. You're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
You're kind of just praying that it works. And the only difference is we kind of like our coach, like we hate what's happened to the program, but we're all kind of behind him. Like, I don't think any OU fan doesn't want it to work.
Oh, that's
Alabama,
true.
You're in a situation where just get rid of him. I don't care. You know what I mean? There's no love for that guy. So
no,
it's a bad scene.
And Curtis makes a great point.
Yeah,
they've got a bunch of head coaches and assistants.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Saban lost them every year, and they kept winning.
I know.
And that's damn hard to do.
I know.
I would mention it every year in the preseason. My gosh, they got a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. They seem like they had it almost every year.
Yep.
And that's another good point that Mike makes. They could stockpile a lot of talent that they can't do now. That is a very good point.
That is a great point. That's probably a lot of the reason why Nick Saban is on College Game Day and not out there coaching still.
But okay, Mike, it's hurt. Why isn't it hurting Ohio State?
Well,
why isn't it hurting some of these others?
I think it kind of has.
It might be
in some ways, but yeah, you had Mac Jones, you had Tua, you had Jalen there for a while.
That's pretty good. You're absolutely right.
He's not wrong. I do think I think you look like a team like Georgia last year. They weren't as good because they didn't have those, they had injuries or things happen. They didn't have anybody else to put in there, so.
Well, you just look all over time when a legend leaves, you don't want to be the next guy that comes in there.
Yep.
You want to be the one after the next guy who fails.
Yep.
Because by that time, the legend is kind of gone.
Yep. So we'll see.
You just can't. I can't blame the guy for taking the job, but my goodness, you want to take that guy's place?
Yeah. It happens, right? They're gonna have somebody new in there eventually, so we'll see who they get.
And I haven't heard him ever say anything but good things, And I think he's still all over Tuscaloosa. I think I'm talking about Saban. I think he's still a presence.
Oh yeah.
And so him being on game day, I don't know if that helps anything either. So I don't know. I would have never taken the job. Never.
No.
You just don't want that pressure. What are you going to do? You're going to win the national championship to have a success.
Well, the other thing with him is it's like he was in the national championship game, right? Like he got Washington to the national championship.
Yeah, but who's going to remember that?
Well, not now. No. But if you stay up there and you keep winning, I mean, he made
he stayed there and kept winning and had no pressure on you.
Yep, he made a really.
So you can't blame the guy for doing it. He's made a lot of money.
The other one I was going to put up here, and I said this, and Curtis, I think you and I maybe even talked about this when it happened. He had coached at Indiana, Fresno State, and Washington. Nothing wrong with any of those schools.
No.
Those are good schools. However, they are very, very different than going to Alabama.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's not forget, he wasn't their first choice.
Mm-hmm.
He was like third or fourth or fifth. They couldn't get. Everybody else was too smart to take it.
Yeah.
He was not their first choice.
I agree to disagree on IU. Look, I think I'll go back to it. I really, even Washington to Alabama. And this is not the Washington's had great success, but it's just it's a different world.
No, yeah,
Not even saying it's like, again, no disrespect to Washington. And listen, Oklahoma to Alabama is a different world at times.
God.
I mean, it's different.
Well, Washington's in Seattle. You got baseball. You got the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I mean, you come to the damn games on a boat.
Yep.
You know,
it's a different vibe.
You
It's
got
not a college football
Starbucks.
place.
You got coffee. You got Come
Yeah.
on, they don't give a shit out there compared to Alabama. Are you kidding me?
I mean, they care, but not to that level.
No.
It's just no. So
No.
different vibe for sure.
Oh,
all right. Okay, we got to go quick here. Any other games you want to talk about college, and then we'll rapid fire the pros.
I don't know. I thought college should take us 30 minutes, but it didn't. I think UNLV plus 2.5 at UCLA. UNLV bounced back and was really good last week.
Really surprised me.
I missed that game.
I did too. I didn't have a great first week. Yeah.
I kind of like them to win at UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
How about Missouri and Kansas? I think that's a huge game. I mean, that's a big time game.
I think it's an awesome game. I love
6.5 Missouri against Kansas. I could see Kansas maybe pulling off an upset in that one.
I think it's because I want them to more than I think they're going to.
I do too, but I liked them the other day. I thought they looked pretty good against whoever it was, Fresno, because Fresno came back and thumped Georgia Southern.
Yep.
So
no, I think Kansas is decent. Yeah,
I think they got a shot. Quickly here, let's see. Vandy and Virginia Tech. I see that Rob's put a couple of games on there. I got this one circled. North Carolina State and Virginia.
Yep.
That game is in Virginia. They had a good win. 2.5. North Carolina State at Virginia, 2.5 points. I don't know. I might look at that one a little bit. Dive into that some. Let's see. What's Cincinnati? I don't know if I wasn't impressed with their offense.
No.
Thought they played hard, but I wasn't impressed with their offense. They're 21.5 against Bowling Green.
Yeah.
I don't know they cover that.
Yeah, I could see that.
A lot of points.
Yeah.
That's about all. These games, they're kind of one-sided. Even the non-ranked games are kind of, the lines aren't there that I like very much. Liberty 6.5 at Jacksonville State. If you're into that kind of a game.
Yep.
I don't know. So anyway.
Yeah. What Ohio beats West Virginia straight up.
It's in West Virginia, isn't it?
Let me go to the Big 12 here.
Ohio was really good last week.
Mm-hmm.
They played somebody.
Ohio lost. They are. This is in Ohio. West Virginia is a 3.5 point favorite.
That's a toughie.
Ohio lost 34-31 to Rutgers. That was a good game. They had a chance to win it. Rutgers isn't horrible.
Yeah, that's a tough game for West Virginia to go in there.
Yeah.
And win.
And I lost the game. Where did it go? There it is. 3:00 game, Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. That's a good one to look at.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we better get to the pros.
All right, here we go. Our favorite games. We rapid fire the pros. We talk about college for an hour and 15 minutes, pros for 10, and we usually get the pros right. So
yeah, and we have no idea on the pros.
There's something to say for overthinking things. So here we go. All right. We will kick it off tomorrow night. Cowboys and the Eagles. The Eagles an 8.5 point favorite here at home against Cowboys. What do you think?
Well, week 1 in the NFL, I stay pretty much completely away.
Yep.
Because even betting the money line, there's 16 games. I might get 5 of them right.
They're hard. You'll get a lot more than 5, but they're hard.
No, I don't. Last year I got 5. I was 5-11 on opening weekend.
You'll get more.
Winners.
You'll get more than that.
Struggle. Eagles, Cowboys, 8.5. They should cover.
Eagles.
If the Cowboys are as bad as we say they are, I think they're a mess emotionally as well. The only thing will be if Philly's got a little bit of a Super Bowl hangover, but they're playing Dallas. I think they'll come out and storm them. So I'm going to go Philly and the points.
Eagles, easy. All right. Chiefs and Chargers in Brazil. Kansas City, 3.5 point favorite.
This one, how do you get? Well, it's the same for both teams, I guess. Oh man, I'd hate to go down there and play. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. 3.5. Chargers are pretty good. I think the Chiefs are a little bit underrated. I'm going with the Chiefs.
I will go Chiefs as well, minus the 3.5. I think they're going to go down there and beat them and kind of get back going. I don't think they're dead yet, like many people. All right, Tampa Bay on the road taking on the Falcons. It's the Buccaneers minus 2.5.
Game they have to win.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucs have a terribly hard schedule because they have the first place schedule. They're not a first place team. They're in a horrible conference. If they're going to win the conference again and get to where they think they might be, they have to win this game. It ain't going to be easy. I'm scared to death they'll lose. 2.5 is not much to cover. So if you're a Tampa fan, you got to pick them. You got to hope. I mean, if you like them,
yeah,
I'm staying away.
Falcons, they beat them last year. I think they'll beat them this year.
I'm really scared on this one.
Falcons plus 2.5. All right, Cincinnati, who always starts really, really strong, takes on that hard team to beat, the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Cincinnati minus 5.5 at Cleveland.
Shocked at the line. I'm all over the Bengals.
The line's like that because the Bengals couldn't beat our high school team early in the season.
They're going to win this one.
All right. Well, I'm certainly not betting the Browns. So I gotta agree with you. I'm not betting the Browns ever, so I gotta agree with you. I'll take the Bengals.
The Browns are awful.
I'm not betting that game. I wouldn't touch that game.
And I probably won't either.
Yeah. All right. Let's go here. Gosh, this is why I love that. Just horrific games. The Dolphins and the Colts.
Okay.
Colts minus 1.5.
Aren't you surprised Miami's not favored?
I don't know.
Man, they must just not. Vegas just doesn't think they're any good at all.
I can't trust the Colts, but
no, I can't pick. I think it's a stay away, but God, I'd take
a stay away. But who you taking?
Miami.
Okay, I'll take Miami as well. All right, another just gross game. The Raiders and the Patriots. It's the Patriots minus 2.5 here. Both teams are kind of new look teams. I don't know. Maybe one of them are going to be a little bit better than what we think. What do you think about this game?
I'm going Patriots and the points.
Yeah, me too.
They have to win.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think they might be maybe not decent, but okay this year. I'll say that. Cardinals and the Saints, as we continue the vomit games here. The Saints are terrible. The Cardinals are unreliable. It's 6.5. What do you think?
I am agreeing with you on that. 6.5 for the Cardinals anywhere against anybody is too many.
This is a bad team.
But the Saints are awful on paper.
Mm-hmm.
One of the Cardinals went in and dominated somebody when they're supposed to. This is one team I can't get right ever.
It's a vomit game.
Yeah, I got to stay away because Arizona's not reliable, like you said.
No, I would love to back somebody, but I can't.
No.
You either bet Arizona or you pass it. You can't.
I think so.
This is a very interesting game. Pittsburgh on the road to take on the Jets. Aaron Rodgers back in New York. Pittsburgh minus 2.5 here on the road. What do you think?
I'm a Steelers believer.
Yeah.
They're going to get this one. I'm going Pittsburgh in the points.
I'm with you. I went Pittsburgh here as well. I don't know if I'm a believer, but I'm going Pittsburgh in this game. I'm
not either.
I know you're not. The Giants and the Commanders. Commanders minus 6.5 here. Look, will the Commanders have a little bit of a second year hangover? That's the question.
They might.
Yeah.
They might. It's a lot of points.
It is a lot.
It's opening day. Give me Washington and the points.
Give me Washington and the points as well. I'm not a believer in the Giants just yet. Panthers and
Here's
the Jaguars
right here.
Battle of the Cats. I mean, I love that the NFL is back just so we can laugh every week. A disgusting game. All these games are disgusting. For minus 2 or 3 of them we've talked about so far. Jacksonville is a 3.5-point favorite. I don't know. I'll take Carolina.
Yeah, I would too. I'm going under 46.5.
Probably a safe bet. All right. These are fun.
You watch, that'll be 35-28.
Probably, yeah. I'm with you. All right, let's keep going here. The Titans take on the Broncos here. Broncos 8.5-point favorites. Titans projected to not be too good. Broncos looking to take a big step here.
Yes,
What do you
they
think?
are. That's a lot of points.
It's a hell of a lot of points.
Tennessee's. Don't you think they're awful?
Turnovers will be the key for Denver getting there.
Yeah.
I think they'll turn them over a little bit. I think Denver will cover.
Yeah, I'm going to go Denver.
All right.
Yep.
The fun continues on a division that I have no freaking idea on. San Francisco and Seattle. It's San Francisco minus 2.5 here. I think the best version of San Francisco goes up there and wins this game. But what do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
49ers cover, win by at least 10.
All right. Look at that. At least 10. That's the game of the week then. If they're minus 2.5, you think they're going to win by at least 10.
It's an easy one for me.
I think Seattle's not going to be very good. So I'm with you. I go 49ers.
Oh, God.
Oh, here we go. Lions, Packers. This is a good game. The Packers are favored here. They are at home, so I get it. I don't know. What do you think here? Green Bay minus 2.5.
Didn't they manhandle them twice last year? Detroit.
Yeah, they beat them twice. Yeah.
I don't like Green Bay that well.
I don't either.
I'm taking the Lions.
All right, I'm going to take the Lions as well. Look at us taking a lot of dogs here. Week number 1. Texans on the road taking on the Rams. What do you think here?
Well, did the Texans travel? I don't think they travel as well as most teams. So the Rams,
probably not.
They might have 50% there. It might be a 50-50 crowd for this one.
Rams are minus 3.5. I forgot to mention that. So what do you think?
3.5.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Texans are going to be better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the Texans.
I took the Texans as well.
Okay.
I took the Texans as well. Texans plus 3.5 for me, not outright, but plus 3.5. I like the Texans in this spot. 2 to go here. 2 pretty good game. Well, one maybe. This is the best one for sure. The Ravens and the Bills on Sunday night. It's the Bills minus 1.5. The game is in Buffalo. That line tells me that the line makers favor the Ravens if it was in a neutral field for sure. So that's interesting. But what do you think about this one?
I don't favor them. Another team can't win a big game. Give me the Bills.
Give me the Bills as well. I like them at home here to open it up.
Yeah.
I imagine this game's going to be tight. I imagine the Ravens are going to have a chance, and I imagine something will happen. That just seems to be their MO in these games. Finally, Monday Night Football is a nasty one.
That's a good one, isn't it?
The Vikings go on the road to take on the Bears. People are hyped on this Bears team.
I don't know why.
Vikings are the favorite, but just barely.
Yeah, I'm not a Vikings fan right now. I don't like them very much.
Yeah.
This year, I think they had the scheduling way in their favor last year. Took advantage of it. Credit to them. The Bears need to win this game, don't they?
They do.
Give me the Vikings.
Vikings, yeah.
I can't take the Bears until I see it.
You know, we're talking about, hey, before we bet OU, we're going to have to see them win a game like this.
Yep.
Well, the same with the Bears. I mean, come on. Maybe they do win. Maybe they string out a couple.
I won't be surprised if they do. I won't be surprised if they do.
I'll be surprised.
I can't take them. Give me the Vikings. And I don't like them either. So
if the Vikings have no quarterback, the Bears can win the game.
Well, they can.
But I think McCarthy will be okay. So
if he's okay, they win.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it.
And who cares?
Anything else before we get off the air?
I do want to mention Lee Corso.
Oh, yeah, great comment. Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
They did a good job.
A lot of people, we all know he's a clown, but that's what his shtick was. I mean, that was his gimmick.
Yes.
And regardless of how you feel about him, putting on that headgear is the highlight of every week for me.
Yep.
I cannot wait to see him do that. And that's going to be a big loss.
Mm-hmm.
And
They did it right. They really did a good job.
Oh, they
there.
did a great job.
Yeah.
They usually do. I would rather watch the ESPN any day rather
Mhm.
than the Fox fiasco.
I will say, I want to mention something though, and I
Okay.
thought this was a real class move. I turned it over to Fox
I
right
saw it.
after,
Yeah,
and
because
they honored him and talked
they
about
did.
it.
Because Texas and Ohio State was on Fox.
Right.
So that's why
But
I saw it. And
I
they did
thought
a great
that
job.
was classy as hell.
It was. It
because
was.
They didn't have to do that.
No, they didn't. And
Yeah.
so that they have deep respect for that.
Mhm.
But it was really good, and he got all 6 of his picks, I believe.
Yes.
And he picked Florida State to beat Alabama,
Yep.
which was really cool.
Yep.
And it was great. So I guess they'll just eliminate the putting the headgear on because nobody could do it like he could. There are so many funny things over the years with the way he would, lead in, and you'd think he's going to pick one team, and he does the other one. It was pretty
And
cool.
I agree with the comments. It was probably 2 years overdue, I would say. He had a stroke and he just couldn't, overcome that.
Well, I really believe Herb Street pulled him through those last couple of years.
Oh, he did. Yeah. No doubt.
Another class act.
Well, yeah, and like Dennis sent me a message when we were watching it. We were watching game day, and he said, "Man, you can tell Kirk Herbstreit is an incredible human being.
He is,
because up there on that final show, man, he was helping him, and he was trying to make him look as good as possible.
He was.
And
I noticed he was the first one to stand up.
Yep.
I've seen Herbstreit. You and I have a lot. Never talked to him or anything, but I've seen enough of him to know he's a good guy.
Yeah.
All I had to do was see him and that dog, and that was enough for me. So.
Yep, for sure. And
it's not an act.
And then the other dog was calling the game Monday night. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Ben passed away, as everybody knows, but he had another one, so he just brings the other one along now. And, And fourth quarter, they put a headset on him, and they were so bored up there. He got up on the stand. And they put the headset on him.
Oh, I didn't see that. I quit watching
that up. And they were dying laughing. So
yeah. Curtis, I agree with you on McAfee. You either like him or you don't. And I don't.
I would say he wears thin on you.
He goes too far. Sometimes I think he's kind of funny.
Same.
And I agree with some of it.
Same.
The other guy, I don't care for him. So
who's that? Desmond?
No, Portnoy.
Oh no, I hate that guy.
Yeah, that guy's a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, with McAfee, like the kick, like when they do the kick, that I think he's funny on that. When they kick for the money.
Well, sometimes he knows the fight songs and he says that kind of stuff, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's times where I go, okay, but as that show goes on, I'm like,
I'll just flat say it. I only watched the last 30 minutes every week anyway.
It honestly got to where I watched the last 10 minutes.
Well,
because I didn't want to miss him putting on the head. I don't know why.
And I usually turn it because they start picking games about 20 minutes before 11.
Yes. Yeah.
And I always like to hear them do that because I thought they were really class. I do like Desmond. I like him. I like.
He's okay.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's very low key.
Yep.
He's not a smart ass.
No.
He just does his job.
Yep.
And then, of course, the other guy, I can't think of Davis, right? Reese Davis.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's fantastic. And then you got Herbie.
Yeah.
And Saban.
Well, Saban has been really good.
Yeah. And so I guess McAfee was going to become the clown now, I guess, but he's not. He can't do that. He's too full of shit.
You know what thing I like about Saban? He will every week he says something and I'll go, I never thought of that.
He does. I'm the same way.
He was talking about young quarterbacks and he goes, watch this game, guys. They are not going to throw that ball in the middle of the field. And I thought, what the hell is he talking about? Then he goes, you got a young quarterback. They're going to be hyped. They're going to throw the ball high. They might throw it into traffic. He goes, don't throw a ball in the middle of the field with a young quarterback. Interceptions are going to happen. He said, even if they're stars, they're going to happen in this kind of atmosphere.
Yeah.
And I thought I had never thought about that. And he's 100% right. And you
Well,
watch that game and they never threw in the middle of the field.
He's always saying something. I thought, wow, that's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good on there.
Yeah.
But putting on the headset or the headgear is just, and I guess you just can't, I guess that's him, and you can't keep doing that.
Yeah. I told Heather, I said, I don't know what it is. I know it's coming. I laugh every time he does it.
I do too. It's that stupid little wave.
It's the wave, and it's just like this grown man's got that head.
Well, and he's twisting around in the head, and it's just.
Well, and he's always doing something to Herb Street with it, and I mean, I don't know. I always just.
No, I tell you what, that first time when he picked Oklahoma and shot that gun.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. Herb Street jumped 10 foot in the air because I don't think he thought he was going to shoot it.
Well, they showed when he picked Texas Tech to win against Texas back in 2008, and Bobby Knight was up on the and Bobby Knight, how he is, right? He never smiles or anything.
No.
And he got that head, and he got those two guns, and they showed Bobby Knight was dying laughing. It's like, if he can break that guy who's up there just trying to be an asshole like he always was, if you can break him, you can break anybody.
That's right.
And he was crying laughing at that idiot with those guns and that big, Red Raider head on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
so are they just going to be those guys? I guess now they won't.
What Heather asked me. I guess so. I don't. Surely they're not going to do headgear. I just can't imagine.
Well, they don't. They got 5 guys up there. They don't need another one. So
no, they don't. They don't.
So
all right.
Anyway,
glad you brought that up. That was a highlight of my Saturday. Honestly, I loved that. So
yeah, and they did it right.
And honestly, like I think for people my age, especially, I mean your age as well, even that's kind of college football, right?
Yep.
Like that's kind of college football.
That's exactly what college football used to be.
And that's they were talking about him, and Herb Street said the best advice you ever gave me is this is show business. Don't get on here and break down the offensive tackle versus defensive tackle matchup.
No.
He said these people watching don't care about that. It's like
no, we don't want
get on here and entertain. So
yeah. It's always been good. Their interviews have always been good, and they always celebrated wherever they're at.
Yep, for sure. And that's cool too. Yeah.
Yeah. Really cool
too. All right, folks, we're getting out of here.
We are.
Big game. Curtis, have a great time in Lexington, Kentucky. A great place.
Yeah.
I saw you're going to Spendthrift Farm as well. That may be even better than the game. Love going to the farms. Have a good time there. If you all are going to games, have fun. Hopefully we have fun at the game we're going to. We won't unless we win, though. That's the thing. So we'll see what happens. You'll know about 10 o'clock Central if we're happy or sad. So,
yeah.
All right, folks. Everybody have a good weekend, and we will see you right back here next week. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. And like I said, hopefully you cash your bets, have fun at the games you're going at, and we'll see you next week.
This is due to Bet Sports.